Hi everyone and welcome to episode 3 of Emulating Ronaldo, where I have holidayed through to June 2017, so we're all at the age of 21 now, and hopefully reaching that stage in our career where we'll be playing for big teams and getting lots of games. It hasn't happened for everyone so far, but I have a feeling these players are slow burners, so hopefully in the next update at the age of 24 we'll all be world beaters, but we shall see. I have uploaded the save and the database. I did put a link in the last video, but for those of you wondering, I'll put it in the description below. Anyway, so unfortunately we already lost a player, like I said in the last episode, but if we just have a quick comparison of stats in terms of appearances, this is just the last season, of course. I can't compare all 3 seasons that we've holidayed through together, but in the last season, this guy, I've forgotten how to pronounce his name. He did tell me, but I won't do it justice. He got the most appearances last season. Goals wise, he also was top. Average rating wise, that's not average rating. Don't know what that is. Average rating wise, I think that's assists per game. Actually, I don't know why I've put that in there. Yeah, average rating wise, Dragonov was top with 7.42. So it's not been brilliant for a lot of our players. Obviously, some players are playing in reserve teams, so that won't show. So we'll just go down the list like normal. We'll just have a quick look at international, actually, just to compare, and then contract and how much every player is worth. So caps wise, Arthur Sleep has managed to get 29 caps for Singapore, and then Playmaker of Puns has managed to get 23 for Mauritius, and Le Giant has got 22 for Rwanda, and you can see the rest there. And then youth appearances wise, Joseph Davies is top for Greece with 24, then Ewan Moffat for Scotland and Gozojewski for Poland. And goals wise, Joseph Davies has managed to get 13 goals. And quickly go on to contract. Wage wise, top is Joseph Davies with earning 19,500 a week at Monaco. And value wise, he's also top. So it's good stuff for Joseph Davies here. Looks like a decent player. But anyway, we'll go back to the other list and then go down and compare and see how everyone's getting on. So Jack Bolshinio, Italian keeper, is at Tours FC. Obviously, it's the keeper that didn't have great aerial ability or jumping reach. He has actually improved. Was at AS Monaco, moved there for he still is there actually. 4.6 million they spent on him. So obviously has some potential for a rich team like Monaco to buy him. But went on loan to Tours FC in League 2, where he played 23 games in the league and conceded 34 goals. Next up is Andre Le Giant, who plays for Las Palmas. 22 caps, of course, like I said. Moved from NEC to Las Palmas for free. 27 appearances last season, and a couple of very good seasons for NEC actually. Moving on to Kieran Marsden, our centre-back who plays for Arsenal but has been on loan at Brentford the last couple of seasons. Arsenal did sign him on a free, and he's been on loan at a few teams here, not played for Zurich, and been on loan at League 1 Brentford, where he's done alright. Dragonov plays for Atletico, but he's been playing for the B team lately. Already has 4 caps for Russia actually. He's been on loan at Sion. Played a few games for Atletico, but mainly for the B team. Good average rating. I mean, that average rating for the A team is quite phenomenal, actually. Arthur Sleep is at PSV, where he signed for 3.1 million and has been on loan at St Gallen and Kayserispor, and played a couple of games for PSV in the league, but has been at their B team, where he's got a decent average rating. Next up is Ewan Moffat, plays for Celtic. Yep, he's moved for 5 million, so they've really put trust in him. Played very well for Dundee over the seasons, played in the Premiership. Then it looks like they got relegated before Celtic came in for him, and only played 9 games, but Celtic have been dominant every single season, as you'd expect at this stage. Rangers did finish 3rd last season. Moving on to Supermac, who plays for Kilmarnock. A lot of players play in Scotland. He's been at Kilmarnock all 4 seasons, and has done quite well. The two middle seasons, not so good this season. Perhaps an injury problem at some point. Next up is John Kemp. Plays for, well, he's on loan from PSV at Amcar. Where's he been? Well, he's been at quite a few teams. PSV came in, bought him for 3.4 million. Played for the B teams, been on loan at Osasuna and Tigers in Mexico. But played quite a few games for the first team and also the reserve team as well. So he's had quite a few games, and now he's on loan at Amcar, who are in the Russian Premiership. Next up is Henry Haste, who plays for Man United. He's been on loan. Most of our players have been on loan. Man United signed him for 3.9 million off Falkirk. Went back on loan to Falkirk. Got 10 assists that season. Been on loan at Swansea. Done okay there. Been on loan at Dundee. Let's see if he can break into the Man United first team this season. Next up is Playmaker of Puns, who is at PSG, but has been on loan at a couple of teams. Signed for 3.2 million. Played one game for the first team that season. Well, 7 in the first season in the league. Played for the reserves, been on loan at AC or JC, didn't play any games, and also been on loan at FC Metz in League 2 as well, where he got a decent average rating. Next up is Big Girl, who plays for Nottingham Forest. None of the players have really become world beaters thus far. We really have to hope that they develop up to the age of 24. There's still a couple of years for them to really push on, so I'm hoping they do. Also was at Dundee and played very well for them before moving to Nottingham Forest, who are in the Premier Division. 6.63 average rating, moved for 3.2 million. Man City won the league, well, 3 out of the 4 seasons we've had so far. Chelsea won it, Man City just won it. Now Doncaster went up, got relegated though. Moving on to Matthew Bryson, our Northern Irish player, who's got 16 caps for Northern Ireland now. Plays for Tottenham, who signed him for 2.1 million off St Mirren. Went on loan to Dundee. Dundee, what's up with Dundee? Why do they keep getting so many of our players? And has only played 1 league game for Tottenham and 4 in the Cup. Matt Crowe looked like he was going to be a fantastic player, but hasn't quite developed like I thought he would. None of the players have. I really hope they can push on. Yeah, but he's still a Man United player. He's been on loan at Hull, Cardiff and Watford. We just need these big teams to give players a chance for them to actually break into the teams and improve. Because about half of the players are actually at massive teams, they're just not getting a chance. Jiminy Cricket, not at a massive team, he's at Luzerne in Switzerland, where he's done very well average rating wise. He got 10 assists last season, so he's improving. He's got good, well, decent stats in vital areas for central midfield. Next up is myself, who is at Chelsea, but has been on loan. Obviously was at Bradford on loan. Played a couple of league games in total. And at Birmingham I didn't really do much. So disappointing at the moment. I wonder where they're playing me, because I'm quite versatile. So I've played 2 games up front. That's not very helpful here. Next up is Luca van der Bijl. He's on loan at... Oh, he plays for Oldham. Sorry. In League 1. Was at Queen of the South, but moved to Oldham. Bit disappointing that. Really needs to improve. Of course, I did set the potential as high as possible, so they do have the potential. Maybe I put the current ability a bit too low and it might take a bit of time for them to develop. We shall see. Grzejewski looks cracking though. He's at Bayern Munich. 1 goal in 2 games for Poland so far. And has been playing for them a few times after moving for 575k from Vizsla. Yeah, but done well for the reserve team. 11 goals, 9 assists. Here's Usain Bolt, who's at Ajax. Obviously very fast. 1 goal in 14 games for Jamaica. And he's been at a few different teams as well. Known at Monterrey, played for the reserve team, B team. Not been brilliant so far. Pedro Simpson still doesn't have a team. He's been at Multo Club, so he has had a team. He's just lost his contract there again. Played very well for them actually, but I don't even know where they're from. They are in Brazil. No league there. Moving on to Christopherson, who is at Grasshoppers and has been there the whole time, apart from being on loan at Newcastle in the Premiership, and he's played for Melbourne Victory FC. There's some really weird loans going on. And then we have our friend Andreas. He's from Cyprus, 1 goal in 4 games for Cyprus, and he's at Luzern and has been on loan at Thun and Paralimi. I don't know what sort of... Luzern have a couple players as well, don't they? Next up is Conor McGinty, 12 caps for China. Can't remember what that badge represented. And has been in Saudi Arabia, in fact, after moving for 325k. Been on loan at Hull for 2 games. I just don't understand these loans. They're so random. And hasn't really done much the last couple of seasons. He's hardly played a game. I don't know what's going on there. Especially as his injuries haven't been that severe. He's had the flu, but that's not kept him out for 2 years. Marcasinho Taylor is at Fenerbahce, 17 caps for this team, Faroe Islands. And yeah, they obviously signed him for free at the start, and he's been on loan at Norwich and Dynamo. Played for Fenerbahce in the first team a few times last season. Next up is Dean Mainwell, also at PSV. A lot of players playing in Holland, Scotland and Switzerland. And there's a couple of goals and 9 caps. And yeah, so he was picked up by PSV for 45k. What a bargain, hopefully anyway. And he's actually played in the first team quite a few games, so not been brilliant, but should improve thanks to those games that he has played. Then we have this man, Joseph Davies, who's done well. He's got a cap already, and so yeah, he's been on loan at Sevilla and Ajax, played for the reserves. Done very well for the reserves actually, 18 goals in 21 games. So that's what we saw actually, that's why he was top scorer, I think. So it's not a first team performance, but hopefully next season he'll break into the first team. But we've been saying that about all the players. It's largely disappointing really, which is annoying because I thought they'd all be world beaters by now. Paulson is actually at Arsenal. Once again, another player at a big team, been on loan to Wolves and Sligo Rovers, and yeah, just not had a chance. That acceleration might let him down. A few more players to go. Trevelyan is at Man City and is playing a few games. 3 goals in 8 games in the league. Played plenty of reserve games, played a few in the Cup and also a few in the Champions League as well, so he's getting game time. Hasn't managed to even get an England under 21 cap though, but those attributes are pretty decent. Kim John Shamak is at Ajax as well. So many players at Dutch teams, and has played a few games for the first team, but mainly on loan. Mallorca, Atlanta. Also played for the B team as well. And lastly, Zakadjus, who's at Chelsea, 9 goals in 17 games for Malta. Doing well internationally, but once again on loan to so many teams after signing for 34k. Valenciennes at APOEL. No games, 1 substitute appearance in the Cup, and been at Brighton this season, but hardly played any games. It's just so strange. It's really disappointing, and we just have to hope that they all are sort of late bloomers. But then again, they are only 21, so we'll have to see what happens. Perhaps next series I'll have to put the current ability a bit higher to start with, so they've got that, you know, immense potential, but also decent at the age of 17 as well. But anyway, thank you for watching. Hopefully the next episode will be a bit more exciting, a bit more interesting, and our players will improve. For now, leave a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and also join my FM Society group and follow my various Twitter and social media accounts that I have. But yeah, thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in episode 4.